Hey, I'm Nate with CNET, and today we're checking out the Motorola Moto E. Now this budget smartphone isn't too exciting in a world filled with phablets and speedy flagship phones from Samsung and LG, but it doesn't really need to be. At $150 for an LTE model and about $120 for a 3G model, it's cheap, but delivers in all the right ways, so you can get a pretty great phone for folks in a tight budget. The Moto E is an unassuming little device. It's a little on the chunky side, but comfortable to hold. Its display has a 960 by 540 pixel resolution. That's, well, disappointing, especially with all the 1080p and higher phones we see every day, but it gets the job done on the 4.5-inch screen. Text is sharp and easy to read. Photos look good too. Colors are accurate and don't look faded or washed out as you might expect from a budget phone. The rest of the body is plain but functional, just a round white shell. But the plastic band around the border pops off really easily, and you can pick up extra color packs from Motorola for 20 bucks. The SIM card and microSD slots live under that plastic strip, but the battery isn't removable. Things get a little more interesting inside. There's a quad-core 1.2 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor and 1 GB of RAM. Not stellar, but the phone is nice and zippy and will get you through web browsing, video streaming, and gaming with a minimum of fuss. It's also running Android Lollipop, and best of all, Motorola hasn't bogged the phone down with lots of extra apps or a custom skin. Just pure Android. Well, nearly pure Android. I say nearly because there are a few Motorola gestures built right in. Here's my favorite. Twist your wrist twice, and no matter what you're doing, the phone will open up the 5-megapixel camera and be ready to start shooting. It's a pretty deliberate action, so you won't have to worry too much about triggering it accidentally. Twist your wrist twice again while the camera is open, and it'll switch to the front-facing camera. I'm sure some folks will appreciate that. The cameras aren't exactly stellar, and my shots on the rear camera tended to look a little washed out, but details were otherwise clear. And that's the Moto E. It isn't flashy, there are no screens on the side, and it doesn't bend or flex. But it's cheap and it isn't a pain to use, and that's important. Too many inexpensive phones sacrifice just about everything to hit that low price point. And Motorola has shown us that you can get decent hardware without spending all that much. You're going to want to read the full review for all of my thoughts on CNET.com. I'm Nate Ralph, thanks for watching.